His mic is way too loud, Billy. Turn that down. It's going to be very.
Yeah, it's too loud.
Lord have mercy. This is the kind of music we need. Lord have mercy. If the world had a back porch, we need one right now. Wave your hands in there like you really do care. Somebody say, oh yeah, turn it up. 5-5. 5-5-5. Garland, North Carolina. A one-horse town in and out. When I left there, I came to Cleveland. Back then, I was still on the back porch. We could even sit on the front porch. But what happened? Lord have mercy. In October the 6th, I think it is, we'll have the Republicans in here. Lord have mercy. Y'all want to talk to the Republicans? Y'all always want to talk to the Republicans, but when we bring them into the studio, y'all get scared. Next week, we got an exciting show. Lord have mercy. Those things are coming in.
Yeah.
We'll have somebody coming in to talk about it. Lord have mercy. Outstanding broadcasting at its favor. I'm going to shut up and let it play. Go ahead.
No, I'm just shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Goldstein. They fiscal agent for Grandparents and Family Day. 216-578-1490 is the calling number. 216-578-1490 is the calling number. Call you live on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, hello there. If the world had a front porch like we did back then.
Calling you live on the air. Go ahead. Go ahead, you live on the air.
Helen, how are you? My goodness, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to talk to you, Miss McCullough. Wow, it's exciting that you call. Listen, you have to call more often because you're a great lawyer and a great person, and it's just so much I would really like to talk to you about. But just let me say hello to you, and thanks for calling. All right, so Ms. McCullough, if I could ask you a question, because I was at the great debate yesterday at the East Cleveland Library, and before I ask you a question, Ms. McCullough, how you doing? How long have you been practicing law?
22 years.
22 years. Ms. McCullough, and I saw some of the outstanding work that you've done as a lawyer and a prosecutor. And Ms. McCullough, I have to say this about you. Some time ago, how's your son doing?
Oh, he's doing good. Now he plays football for John Adams, the Rebel now.
Wow, ain't it funny how time flies, Miss McCullough?
Yes, it does.
Because I remember when you was bringing the little fella into the barbershop, and it was just a pleasure. He was a nice young man then, but man, I must be getting older. He's playing football for junior high school.
High school.
Lord have mercy.
I used to play on the Chiefs with your son.
I know. Wow. Things, man, time flies. You got to pay attention. Miss McCoy, so I know you as a mother, a lawyer, and a prosecutor, and I got to say this about you, Miss McCoy. Like, even though you know me and all of that, and your son used to play sports with my son with the Chiefs. One time I went before you, and we ain't gonna talk about the case itself, but I went before you, and Ms. McCullough, even though you knew me, you said I'm going by the law, and that's all there is to it, Mr. McKoy, and I like that about you, and it worked out fine in the end. But you, hey, you fair, but you don't take no stuff, and I just love that about you. One day. I think you'll make a great judge because you've been in there a long time. But what I really want to talk to you about is this, Ms. McCullough. At the debate, the East Cleveland debate at the library, Judge Dawson wrote a comment. He got up with the other people that had written, wanted to ask the panelists, the two candidates, something, and he mentioned the fact that the East Cleveland jail was closed down, and which it should have been, because I've been there myself, Ms. McCullough, and ooh, Lord have mercy. I hate to talk about it, but he said that it was a dilemma because the places where they have to house the inmates now, it costs thousands and thousands of dollars for short times, and the fact that that's costing a lot of money, and on top of that, if someone needs to be locked up for whatever reason, all he can do is tell them to go home because there's no jail. So there's a catch-22 dilemma, and I know you're not an authority on this, but I just thought you might be able to help me a little bit on some comments on this issue.
Okay. Well, for several months now, the city has been without a jail. And the day it happened rather abruptly, we just got notice. Then Police Chief, Acting Chief Captain Lundy, just got the notice that day, like the jail was shut down, but the county was willing to house our inmates. So at that time, we just looked at it. There were a number of things that had been wrong with the jail for years. And we were kind of allowed to operate because they knew there were certain things that we couldn't do anything about. There are regulations such as the jail needs to provide so much natural light. And because the jail is built below ground, you can't just get that natural light. And there's no way to fix that. You would have to just literally build a new jail. So there are some things that we could do something about. We could do something about, updating our jail policies. We could ensure the agreement that we have with the University Hospital to treat our inmates for physical ailments and mental health issues. But certain things about, and even little small things like having an intercom system, that could be taken care of. But there were other things that just simply couldn't be done without basically rebuilding a new jail. So we continued with the county, but at this point, the county is now, they want a contract and they want to be paid. And the current contract, which is still in the negotiation process, one contract started at $173 a day per inmate until the end of the year, and then that amount would go up to $273, I believe, for the following year. And then there was a new contract that they also brought in that started at the $270 some odd amount for 2 years. And that's a lot of money for a cash-strapped city. Now they included certain things such as, Zoom hearings, but I'm not sure that the city could even take advantage of that because our public defenders come to the courtroom and they can't be downtown at the Justice Center and in the courtroom at the same time. So we need to come up with something, but right now, I don't know that that contract is doable. We reached out when Central Oregon were interim mayors. We reached out to a couple of different, municipalities through Captain Lundy to see if they would take in our inmates, and we really didn't. Like she said during the debate yesterday, Euclid jail isn't open, and Cleveland Heights never really got back to us. So it's a bit of a problem at the moment because you have certain cases that require mandatory jail time, such as OBIs. There comes a point where if you're in your second OBI in a 10-year period, there's supposed to be a mandatory jail time that is attached. That has nothing to do with the judge, and that's the minimum. So how do you do that when you don't have a regular jail to utilize? And I don't want to give the impression that you can do crime in East Cleveland, just get away with it if you don't have a jail, because you can still go to the county, and we can. So we try not to use it unless it's really necessary. If it's a violent crime or a serious warrant, then they will take you in. But other than that, we try to just give a citation in the courtroom.
It's very interesting, and the reason it's so interesting, Ms. McCoy, is that some years ago, I spent about 5 days in that East Cleveland jail. Lord have mercy, and woo, wow, what a hell of an experience. And so I'm cheering that the East Cleveland jail has finally closed, but then there's that dilemma that we're dealing with. So it's a catch-22, but you've helped very much in clearing that situation up, and I appreciate it. And I'm gonna bring Jared Dawson in here pretty soon so he can explain a little bit further. But I really appreciate that. So, Ms. McCullough, I know that one of my specialty pit peeves on this show is the judges, because I've been through a few myself. My co-host Billy Sharp, he's goody two shoe. He ain't never been nowhere like that. Ain't he never had a ticket, but I have, and I know the importance of voting for judges and judges, period, in these elections. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be talking about the mayor and the governor and all that, but judges, they be lax on, and a lot of times you go to the ballot box and you don't even know the name of the judges, and it just so happened that you are running for judge, right?
Correct.
And
Municipal Court.
All right, and Cleveland Municipal Court. And what is your name?
My name is Heather McCullough.
Helen McCullough. And you're running, huh? Say it again.
Heather McCullough.
All right, and you're running for municipal judge.
Correct.
And again, we don't endorse any candidates, but I see that you are running. And tell us a little bit before I let you go. Please, I want to talk to you further about these jails and some other issues that we're dealing with that you can talk about. But just for a moment, while I got you on the air, millions of listeners, tell us a little bit about Ms. McCullough.
As you stated earlier, I've been an attorney for 22 years. Prior to becoming an attorney, I worked at the Juvenile Detention Center for 29 and a half years. And once I became an attorney, I went into private practice, and I became a guardian ad litem and appointed counsel with the juvenile court, so helping the courts decide what was in the best interest of children. And I also became the public defender for the city of East Cleveland. And I've been appointed counsel with the Common Pleas Court. I've done appellate arguments, and I've practiced in federal court. And I've done trials in all those courts, juvenile, municipal, common pleas, etc. In 2018, I became the assistant law director and prosecutor for the city of East Cleveland. And whether I was doing defense work or even as a prosecutor, my goal has been to be fair with the people that came before me. I often have young people in the courtroom, and I try not to give them anything that's going to stay on their records, such as domestic violence. When it comes to young people, my thinking is that they're still young. They don't really know how to navigate relationships very well, and they need tools. So we try to give them into programs so they can get some counseling and learn how to argue without fighting, so they can take care of their families and not have domestic violence on your record. Because if you don't know, domestic violence never comes off your record.
I know.
Keep you from being able to work to work in schools, to work with the elderly. It can keep you out of all kinds of jobs. So that family that you were fighting with one minute, that you're okay with the next, now you're having a hard time taking care of them because it's hard for you to get jobs. And people tend to focus on felonies, but those misdemeanors can hurt you as well. So we have a diversion program, which the judge calls cycle breakers, and we utilize that a lot. Not just with first offenders, use it for first offenders, but sometimes just for other people who could use the break.
So, Ms. McCoy, I got to go, but we're gonna. Please, I want to continue this conversation next week because it's a stickler because many of our people, men and women, have domestic violence on their records, and it can be this. I won't say it's simple domestic violence, but it messes you up for life. It's just something I need to talk about with you. So could you call next week and we talk about it? I don't want to tell all my business so Billy Sharp know everything, but this domestic violence thing on your record, I need to talk about it. So think about it, and would you please call me next week so we can talk about it? I'm gonna try to have Billy Sharp.
I sure will. It's a hot topic.
We'll talk about it. It is, but we'll have to have a short conversation because I have some strong guests in the studio next week. But I do want to talk to you about it next week. Okay? So who are you again?
My name is Heather McKoy.
All right, and say the rest. You can say it. Well, I'm not endorsing you, but who? And you're running for what?
I'm running for judge of the Cleveland Municipal Court. I will be on the ballot November 4th.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. 216-578-1490 is the calling number. 216-578-1490.
You're going to know too much about my business in a minute, and I don't like that. Next week, don't come in. Oh, that's why we got special guests. You're going to have to close your ears when I talk about this domestic violence.
Caller, you are live on the air. Caller, you live on the air. Go ahead, you live on the air.
Yeah. Hi. Good evening. I would like to invite everyone to this coming Sunday on the McKoy radio station with Mr. Sharp, Billy Sharp. We will be honoring and saluting our seniors once again. This is your life series, the great vision that Mr. McKoy had, and so we're continuing on this coming Sunday, and our special guest that we will be honoring is the Reverend Benjamin and Elaine Goldstein. So that's this coming Sunday, September 28th. Now, there's two ways that you can call in. One, you can call directly into the radio station the day of, and you that.
Did we?
Miss Pat, Miss Pat, we lost you for a minute. Miss Pat, we lost you for a minute. Okay, start with that last sentence.
The call-in information.
Go ahead, Miss Pat.
We will be honoring and saluting our seniors this coming Sunday. This is your life series honoring the Reverend Benjamin and Elaine Goldstein.
Yay!
At 5:30, the Art Mark McKoy radio station with Billy Sharp. And the Circle group will be supporting him also. So that is the message, and it's a call-in message if you want to pre-record, just to greet them or just to have something nice to say. You can call. The pre-recorded phone number is area code 216-740-0953. The day of, you can call the regular station, area code 216-578-1490. So this is your life series honoring the Reverend Benjamin and Elaine Goldstein. Hope to see you then. Thank you.
Hey, Miss Pat, one quick question. A lot of people was asking about, because they might not be able to get in to call live, so they can do that pre-recorded and honor the Goldsteins by, what's that number one more time, that they can call all week and make their pre-recordings for them?
She dropped 216-578-1490
Okay, all right.
is the calling number.
Okay, good.
216-578-1490 is the calling number. Calling you live on the air. Go ahead. Calling you live on the air. Go ahead.
Mr. Lucky.
Ooh.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, DJ
break
talking
it up a bit.
DJ talking John, is it us or is it you? Because you're gonna get fired. Because we getting a lot of for some reason we getting a lot of. Hey, Mr. Lucky, where you at? You in a party somewhere?
No, I'm I didn't see the hospital every week. I've never missed.
Mr. Lucky, do us a favor. Can you hang up and call us back and try to clear this line because you really breaking up. All right, let's go to the next. We'll get Mr. Lucky when he calls back. 216-578-1490 is the calling number.
Thank you.
Caller, you are live on the air. Go ahead. Hello.
Hello, this is.
His phone line, something is cracking.
Go ahead.
I don't know what it is. See?
I would just continue on. This is your life series, the pre-recorded phone number. We will disconnect, and I do apologize. But
Yeah.
Again, the phone number is area code 216-774-0953. And that's this coming Sunday, September the 28th. This is your life. The Reverend Benjamin and Elaine Goldstein. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's get to talking John. We got Mr. Lucky back. Mr. Lucky, are you back?
I'm back.
All right, go ahead.
Yes,
This is
good
not
evening,
Mr. Lucky.
everyone.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I called in today. Hi, Art. Hi, Mr. Sharp.
How are you?
So
Who's
I'm
calling? Who's calling in?
as the coordinator for Family to Family initiatives and mentorship program at the DCI. And I wanted to make sure that I touch base on the subject regarding the jails and the background. And I know that October the 25th, you're going to have that event that we're going to discuss this more, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to say that the misdemeanors, things with conviction, are major. I didn't speak last week on the subject of how you're really more vulnerable, either as a first conviction or otherwise. You can become a mark and an easy target because of things like that, even for first-time offenders. So that vulnerability to the jail system and being charged again, even if it's not sufficient, even if there's no jurisdiction, nothing really adds up as far as all the requirements to really take a case to trial, you're put in a lot of jeopardy as citizens often. I just wanted to mention that. I have a trial tomorrow from Eastlake. Eastlake Police did a poor job of looking for a child, and they were confronted about it, and they never did recover the child. Someone in Eastlake, a resident, recovered the child. This child was a runaway, and they were found in 4 hours. However, the child would have been found much sooner had the circumstance been handled better from the Eastlake police. And I know I'm all over the place right now with discussions about, background, how it affects people, the criminal system, and stuff like that. But I just want to make sure I get as much out about court advocacy all over Cuyahoga County, surrounding counties. I want to mention how it is important to have good representation. We don't have sufficient representation, and it's not enough real attorneys, even if they're operating as public defenders. Some people say public pretenders. We don't have enough of that. So this particular case matter in Eastlake, that's out of Lake County, different county than Cuyahoga County. However, a lot of melanated distinguished people are ended up in these courtrooms. There's not enough people that are in the forum or sitting in the courtrooms as public should to take notice of how these trials are being handled. If these trials are bench trials or jury trials.
We got Mr. Lucky.
All right. So keep us posted on that. I really appreciate the work you're doing, advocating for those who can't advocate for themselves. And anytime this show can do anything to help you further that cause, let us know and keep us updated, okay?
Yeah, I want to say the email for any information in relation to all of this information is OhioTruthUnite@gmail.com. OhioTruthUnite@gmail.com.
Thank you so much. We'll stay in touch, all right?
Thank you.
All right, 216-578-1490 is the calling number. 216-578-1490 is the calling number. Calling you live on the air. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, good morning, Steph. Good afternoon. This is Mr. Lucky from Lucky Charms and Supplies, located in Cleveland, 6408 St. Clair Avenue. And I'm calling in to try to make a difference today. They want to stop us from talking, but they can't stop us from winning. So we want to win, so we can make some changes in what's going on in our community and in our country. So that's why I want to call. Because before I learned so much from you, for that word you use a lot of times, it's called focus. And I'm sensitive, Mr. McKoy, after I'm hearing so much of your conversation, because I listen to the show every week. And this is the most energizing show that I've ever heard. Actually, when I listen to the speakers, how they motivate and how they gear up people to get through life and to get into the next stages in life, it's really something to admire. So just thought I'd give you a shout in.
Yes. So Mr. Lucky, I'd like to also, since I got you on the air, the famous Mr. Lucky, if you go by his store, his studio, is right there. Where, Mr. Lucky?
I'm on St. Clair. I'm at 6408 St. Clair. And as a matter of fact, I got a lot of new hit sheets in. And, the problem is people don't know how to read the hit sheet. So real quick, I'm gonna just let you know up top. What you want to do is, when you get a hit sheet, you want to look and see how many stars are on the sheet. Each star represents a week. So if it's 3 stars, that's 3 weeks. If it's 2 stars, that's 2 weeks. So you want to look at the numbers on the sheet. It's very important to see if your numbers match the numbers on the sheet. If you have one number that's on the sheet or 2 numbers that's on the sheet, then you have better odds of playing your number with the number that's on the sheet. Because at that point, you're going to play the odds. You want to play your numbers and the numbers that's on the sheet. So we're going to try to get this Thanksgiving ready so people can have money for Thanksgiving and get ready for a brand new life. They're all looking for, they don't want people to talk, but they can't stop people from winning.
So, Mr. Lucky, the hit sheet is different from the dream book?
Yes.
Okay,
Right. So
because
what the hit sheet complements the dream sheet. See, green book accurate. You have to forgive me. I'm a little tongue-tied.
that's no problem. That's no problem. So because
The dream book is going to tell you what your dream represents as far as where the numbers are and what the numbers are concerned. It's going to be more about the vibrations that you feel and the dreams that you had. That's the dream book. The hit sheet is different. The hit sheet is going to give you a combination of numbers that are likely to come out at a relative time of year or of month. So the hit sheet is very important. You match your dream with the sheet. So you have, if I had a wig, you have the Lottery Bible, you have Big Mama, Grandpa, Grandma. Those are very good sheets. Hot numbers. So that's a list of sheets. But don't be afraid to ever pick a sheet up because you want to match what numbers you want to play with the numbers on the sheet. Count the stars and look for abnormalities in the numbers. For instance, there could be a 3-digit number that's on there twice. It could be 621, and then you'll see it again, 126. So it's a good provocation that that number is going to come out.
Mr. Lucky, I need some help. Man, I'm listening to you. Number one, I need me a dream book because years ago I used to always have me a good dream book, and I dream and I look at the book. Now I gotta go asking somebody else. Do you have a dream book? I'm gonna have to come over there and get me a dream book. And you saying I need me a hit sheet too? Because Mr. Lucky, isn't it amazing? How long you've been in business, so your character is impeccable. But isn't it amazing the growth of gambling in Cleveland, in Ohio, in the world? Isn't it amazing?
Yes, it is very amazing that things are growing simultaneously in Cleveland. But you have to know that things are changing in this world, but gambling is only getting better and bigger. And so we need to take that opportunity to increase what we know about it, and if we have an opportunity to work on it or to play into it, we should take that opportunity. I can't think of another thing out here other than gambling that's trying to put money in people's pockets as fast as it takes for the sun to go from 9 o'clock to 6:30.
So, Mr. Lucky, a couple more questions. You done got me interested in some stuff here. Like, Mr. Lucky, so I used to be lucky. I used to, man, I used to win, but seem like the new system and I can't do it like I used to do. So you telling me I need me a hit sheet, a dream book, and all those things to be competitive again and be a winner all over again, right? Is that what you telling me? I got to up my game. Is that what you telling me?
I'm trying to say that if you can combine a hit sheet, a dream book, and you have to remember there's 3 rules in making this kind of money. You have crystals, you have roots, and you have herbs. Crystals give you energy. Roots give you power. Herbs give you healing. So everything in this world is going to condense to either one of those 3. So when you want to play lottery, you want to come in and you want to have power. If you want to be consistent in lottery, you need to come in and get a crystal. If you're feeling bad about something that you did and you lost a little money that was a little too much, you may need to come and get a herb. So we can heal some of that feeling that you have, some of that negativity.
So, Mr. Lucky, man, you can play the lottery. Go ahead.
The root is the most powerful. That's what most of the winners that come in, that's what all of them are carrying. Everybody's carrying something. Believe me, Trump is carrying something. Everyone, he goes to too many countries, and there's too many spiritualists and too many assemblies. He has something that's giving him power. And every person, so this is something that started in Africa, and it came over here with us on the boat. Our Native American ancestors carry things too. It's not a man out here that doesn't carry something if he's trying to get good luck and power. But you want God luck and you want God blessings.
Mr. Luck, can I make a confession to you that I was born in Garland, North Carolina, kind of geechee country, and my mama, Lord have mercy, bless her soul, saved Bill McKoy, been gone a long time. She actually believed in roots and that. So, hey, man, man, you take me
Very
off.
powerful thing.
Yeah.
Anytime you can combine reality with nature, you have power.
Yes. Hallelujah. So, Mr. Lucky, you think you think, well, the Browns won this week. You think they need, so did you sprinkle a little root on them or what? Hey, the way they won, I wouldn't doubt it.
I think I might have some black salt in his shoe. So that ball went straight through that upright. You have no problem.
Man, oh man, they beat the odds this time, didn't they, Mr. Lucky?
Yes, they did. We have a lot of happy people today.
All right, Mr. Lucky, and winning is luck. Is very luck. Mr. Lucky, I'm gonna have to let you go. You got to call in more often. You got 1 minute to tell the people all about Mr. Lucky.
Because there's another call.
All right, so I'm getting better at this. So you know who I am, Mr. Lucky. You know where my store, my business is on St. Clair, 640 St. Clair Avenue. But I also want to invite people to the Harvest Festival. So all the ones who don't know about what we were talking about with the roots and the herbs, stop by St. Clair on Saturday, the 27th, from 12 to 6. We're going to have tarot card readers. We're going to have astrologists. We're going to have pastors. We're going to have reflexologists. Just everyone who understood why we couldn't practice our spirituality back when we were enslaved. Because during that time, they knew that spirituality was power. So, yeah, we're going to have a power ceremony out there from 12 o'clock to 6 on St. Clair on 63rd, right across the street from Lucky's Charms.
I'm coming out there, man. Have my what I need. I need my hit sheet and my dream book. I'll be out there to get it. All right. Thank you so much for your phone call, Mr. Lucky.
Yep.
Thank you. You're welcome. 216-578-1490 is the calling number. 216-578-1490 is the calling number. Okay. No. All right. So where you? So this week, heavy week.
Listen. We'll lighten it up a little bit for you, brother. I know this is before your time, but listen, Gladys Knight, Shaka Khan. Oh man, Tanya, Miss Controversy, used to come on this program all the time. She loves some Chaka Khan. She could play Chaka Khan for hours. Patti LaBelle, woo wee, and Stephanie Mills. Listen, the Queen. They say when legends gather, history happens. Y'all want to see them?
Where they going?
October the 5th, Cleveland, Ohio. Guess where they at?
Oh, they coming in? The Wolfstein?
Rocket Arena. Woo! Lord have mercy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's too heavy for you. You stay out of that.
Yeah,
that's for us.
Patti LaBelle ain't gonna kick her shoes off.
Lord have mercy.
So, tell us a little bit about, share with the listeners and viewers, on Facebook Live, how the march went, the rally.
The rally downtown under the leadership of Kathy Coleman and
shout out to Kathy Coleman
and her group. It went real good downtown. Yesterday we kicked off at 12 o'clock. We didn't march this time because they had the Pickle Festival going right next to it, and a lot of stuff was blocked off. But it was a great rally, and it got the word out about what's happening today. And I just wish that we could figure out a way to generate and get more black people involved in these rallies and these crises. I hear them complaining there all the time about their food stamps, about Social Security, about just cuts. But complaining is not enough. somewhere down the line, we're going to have to really rally together because, man, in the end, you know, we're the one that always hit the hardest. That's why this summit, this community conversation that Brother Billy, he's always given great information, is sold out. We're going to figure out a way to get you in at the East Cleveland Library. The doors open up at 11 a.m. Listen, you all got to come out and support Brother Billy in these efforts because he don't have to do it, but he do it, and he doing it for us, trying to bring this community together. It's very frustrating to him sometimes, and I understand, but let's pack the house. Let's have a great conversation and let this be a movement. This won't be a moment. This will be a movement.
There you go.
All right?
And I'm not saying come out and support me. I'm saying come out and support yourself. This conversation is about us, about what's going on in our backyard. But we're going to go back to the phone line, so we want to hear from you in this conversation. 216-578-1490 is the calling number. 216-578-1490 is the calling number. Call you live on the air. Go ahead.
Hi.
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
supposed to still be hearing myself?
You probably should be on speaker. You're not supposed to hear feedback unless you're on speaker or something, or you're on two different devices at the same time, or the radio is too loud.
Okay. No, I'm not on speaker. But anyway.
Are you listening to us by radio?
No, I don't have the radio. I have the radio on, but I don't have the earplugs in.
All right, go ahead.
Wait, do you want me to cut my radio off?
I would cut it down. Maybe that's why you hear echo. Probably because you're hearing it through the phone and through the radio.
Okay, this is Mary.
Hi, Mary.
I'm still hearing myself. I was just going to say that I agree with you all about, many people not knowing Charlie Kirk.
Right.
I have not found one person of any race that I know that knew 3 weeks ago, if I said Charlie Kirk's name to anybody that I had said it to since he was shot, they said, no, I never heard of this person.
Yeah.
Had you heard of him before he was shot?
Yeah, I actually had, because he was big on the political scene in this last election. He for us, he flew under the radar. Just we weren't interested in his particular political view, so he was under the radar to us. But this guy was on a college tour. There are many conservatives that knew who he was. He was on a college tour and packed events every time he went to a college campus. But the thing about it, which is so ironic in this climate, is that he went to college campuses to engage in conversation, no matter what the subject matter, no matter what the point of view. He wanted to hear from people who did not believe in what he believed in, so he could try and convince them, or vice versa. And the way that this administration government is playing this out to solely lay everything at the foot of the left and then use government to prosecute the left and silence the left, we have to be aware of that. And when we talk about marches and rallies, we have to be rallying around, because if we think that what's going on with Jimmy Kimmel and others being silenced, it won't trickle down to us eventually, we are sadly mistaken. We came on the air today. I came with a heavy heart to say, based on the comments that I make or Art may make, you look at the comments that Jimmy Kimmel made, not necessarily offensive, but if you ingratiated into that side of the argument, anything that we say, just by way of having a conversation, they could take it as offensive to the president and then want to cancel us. So, I mean, we got to be aware of these things.
But Mary, Charlie Kirk have brought a great awakening, hopefully to us, black people, as well as others, because you don't know it yet, but this country is really at war. The left against the right against the left. These are terrible times, and I'm putting out the warning right now. You'll see it. This country is really at war within itself. And as this program continues, you'll see what I'm talking about. And the strange thing about it, Mary, and I have to be careful with my words right now, but
that's a shame.
But listen, this war that I'm talking about in the country, it might have been started by a trans young man. And ain't that strange? Not a black man, not that a trans young man actually might have.
You talking about the killer?
Yes.
No. So let me clear that up. The killer was dating somebody that was trans.
Wait a minute. I didn't
He
get
wasn't.
the word. Maybe
He was saying.
what
He
type
was
of
saying.
man?
He was saying trans, meaning transsexual, correct?
Yes, I was.
So, but that's not the case.
Okay.
The killer was
Okay.
dating somebody who was transsexual. He was not
Exactly.
transsexual himself.
Billy.
I understand,
Yeah.
but I just want to clear it up,
In
right?
the relationship.
But he was dating somebody who was transsexual, meaning in the transition of
Right.
from becoming a man, becoming a woman. He was dating. It wasn't him, the killer himself. He was dating somebody that was trans.
Right.
So what they were
Right.
trying to say, to clarify your point, what they were trying to say was this guy was all over the spectrum, meaning he wasn't solely on the left, he wasn't solely on the right. He voted Republican, but he had a transsexual partner, so he was kind of all over the place because everybody's going around trying to categorize this guy as one side or the other, and that's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. But think about this. To Art's point, we got all this confusion. It seems like the country's at war, and they making it right down the middle, and we are not even a year into this presidency completely. We're not even a year in. So you can imagine. So Art, you make the best argument to start ringing the alarm. We're not even a year into this. We got at least 3 more years of this ahead. You're doing the right thing by ringing the alarm.
So Mary, did you get a chance to see or hear any of the Charlie Kirk memorial?
It's on now.
Okay, did you hear the president?
Yeah.
Because I heard a
I'm
lot.
looking at the fact he's speaking right now.
So how is his rhetoric before we go off the air? How's his rhetoric? Is he raising the sword or
is he talking calmly?
Actually, because I'm multitasking, with the radio and the TV at the same time.
Right.
I'm trying to listen to you all. That's why I took the earphones off, because I had you all in the earphone and I had the TV on live. But what I have heard, he's just, praising Charlie Kirk,
Right.
praising, what a wonderful man he was and, all that he did. Like I said, personally and to many of my brown friends, they're not familiar with this man.
Right. So this is what I
They've
say,
never
Mary.
heard of him.
What I'll say is let us get you off. I want you to take a look at it. I'm gonna look at it when I go home, and then call in next week if we got time. Call in next week, and then let's review what happened in that, and we can talk about it on that end because we just need to be aware of what's going on in our government and what's going on in the world.
Well, actually, he's going off in the whole thing is going off in 2 or 3 minutes, but more like 2 minutes. And
Also got that song of the week if you want.
Yeah, I want to close out there. Close out.
Mary, thanks for your call. Mary, you got to call more often. I used to hear from you every week. Call more often.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
will say this real quick about Kimmel. That was overkill as far as his punishment.
Yep, I agree with you. But let's discuss it next
Okay.
week. Yeah, thank you, Mary.
Okay. All right. You're welcome.
We're going to close out with the TikTok song of the week. It is Encore. And we will see you next Sunday. We have a big show next Sunday.
You want to do the weather report over it?
Lord have mercy. On behalf of the Sharp Man, Billy Sharp, DJ Talking John, Miss Pat, Lady Red,
Big
the
show.
sheriff himself, and the millions of listeners. Listen, if I offended anybody, it's not intentionally. I just want you to understand one thing, that this is common sense radio. So if you come on and you ain't talking common sense, sometimes I get a little irritated. But that doesn't mean I love you. That just means if you got a PhD, a doctor's degree, just an associate's degree, or you might just have a high school diploma. If you ain't got no common sense, you ain't got no sense. And the professor might not want to hear you. Love you. See you next week. Love you, Billy Sharp.
Honoring the Goldsteins next week.
Woo!
Next week, a really big show. Talk about some grassroots work. The Goldsteins will be here next week. I am your co-host, Billy Sharp, on the Art McKoy Country Music and Common Sense Radio Show. We will see you next Sunday at 5 p.m.
This is a paid program brought to you by Art McKoy. The views and opinions
That's the kicked-up song of the year.
and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio 1, or any of its subsidiaries.